You may have been attempting to solve the 3x3 puzzle cube or Rubik's cube of some description. If you've tried and it's been a little bit hard, then this is an alternate option. It's called the bunny method, and it follows along with a simple story to solving the puzzle cube. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to learn is a move called pat the bunny. You're going to need to learn it with your right hand and with your left hand. Now, your cube probably doesn't look like this, so even if it looks all messed up in some way, shape or form, you can still practice this move. It's called pat the bunny with your right hand or pat the bunny with your left hand. So the way you pat the bunny with your right hand is you do this. You hold it with your thumb on the bottom, your fingers on the top, and you turn the right side, and then using your index finger, flip it around the top. Then you turn the right side back, and then using your index finger on the other hand, flip the top back. So I'll go a little bit faster. So that's patting the bunny with your right hand. If you were to pick up your cube, it's the right hand that has the thumb placed underneath. Pat the bunny with your right hand. Now you also need to be able to do it with your left hand. So pat the bunny with your left hand looks like this. So pat the bunny with your right hand, pat the bunny with your left hand. You need to know those moves, you need to practice those moves. See how you go. It's worth noting that those moves aren't going to solve anything for you yet, but they're going to be used in our solving steps as we go through. Right hand move, left hand move. Right pat the bunny, left pat the bunny. Now the next thing we've got to do is we've got to help our little bunny smell the flour, but we need to make the flour first. Now looking at a cube like this, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to learn. So I've got a different cube that I've adapted here with the colours all removed. So you can see what we're trying to do. So this is the flour that we're trying to make. It's got a yellow centre and then just white petals all around the outside. I've left the white centre in here. Gradually we'll add some pieces to this cube as we go on. That'll help us learn it. So what you might end up with is, I'll just scramble it up here and show you what we're trying to do. So we might end up with a situation like this, where we don't have the flour all together and we need to put the flour together. So what we can do is we can intuitively work out how we're going to get the 4 white petals around the outside of the yellow center. Step 1 would be to find the yellow center. We happen to have one already in, which is great. This one down here is the next one that I can see. It's nice and easy to see on this kind of cube, but if you were on this one, you'd need to still identify them the same way. So here's a petal, and here's the yellow center. Back to this one. What we can do is we can move our front face up so that when we do our side turn, it actually puts the petal on the beside the yellow center. Then you can observe another petal has come into view. We can turn it up, and then there's one more come into view. I might flip this one right around this side so that when I turn it up, it's going to go right next to the petal as well. So there we go. That would be the step. Now I'll try and do it on this cube here. So there's my yellow center. I'm going to get one petal up. I'm going to get another petal up, and then another petal up. One more to go. Where is he? Oh, he's down the bottom over here. So I'm going to turn this one so that it's on the underneath, and I'm going to spin it right around to get it to the top. And there is our flour for our little bunny to smell. Now there are some more difficult situations that can develop where it's not as easy as just turning one of the petals up to make it match the yellow face. For example, with this one here, you can't just give the edge one turn in order to make it come up on here. So what you need to do is turn it down to one of the sides, replace one of the petals that was there, and then turn this petal, which is now moved down to the back, just one rotation down, and then you'll notice it's ready to move up to the top. So that it is an intuitive step, which means you just need to try to work it out as best you can, but the more practice you have, you'll be able to create little flour for the bunny to smell. Now the next step is to start the castle. We're going to put a bunny in a castle in our little story that we're working on. Now we're going to build the castle base this time, so we're going to use the flower that we had to do it. Notice I've added a few extra pieces. I've added all the centers. The yellow one's still there and the white one's still there, so this is what we're aiming for. So I've just messed it up there where we're back to our daisy, and we're going to try and get it to our start the castle phase. So what we're going to do is we're going to match the middles up together by turning the top face and then spinning the face that's at the front down to the bottom. I'll show you what I mean. So this here is the orange center, so I'm going to keep spinning the top until we get to one that matches. Then I'm going to turn it all the way down, and that actually puts in that first little part of our castle base. So we're going to continue on by looking at the next next center. So this green center is already matching. If it was blue, I'd need to turn the top, but it matches now. So we're going to turn it down to the bottom, and we put in the next bit of our castle base. This one here is a red center, so the blue doesn't match, so I'm just going to spin the top and then move it right down to the bottom. And then the last one is the blue center that I'm trying to get a match with, so I'm going to spin my top around to get it and move it down to the center. So that's the end of the start the castle step, and that's what you're looking for in your cube. Of course, you don't have one with all the stickers removed, so let's go to our fully colored cube. We've got the daisy there at the top. You'll notice this is a blue center, so we're going to spin it around until we get matching blue, and then spin that down to the bottom. Now we're going to have a look at the red center. We're going to spin our petals around until we have them match down through the middle, spin the front face down to the bottom. Now we're looking at the green center. There it is. We're going to spin it down to the bottom. And now we're going to look at the orange center. And there it is. So we're going to spin that front face down to the bottom. Now we've got our yellow on top and our base of our castle built. So the next thing we're trying to do is we're trying to finish the base of our castle. So this is what we're aiming for at the end of the step. You'll notice that our work on the middles is all still there. I've added these corner piece colors this time because this is what we're going to be dealing with. So I'm going to mess it up and then we're going to give it a go. There we go. So we've scrambled it up. So the corners are these ones. These are the middle edges. These are the centers. So the centers, the edges are here. The centers are these ones, and these ones here are the corners. So I've added the colors to the corners now, and you'll notice that some of them are in the bottom layer down here where we built the base, and some of them are in the top layer up here. We're specifically looking for them in this step as we're looking to finish our base, to bring them from this top layer down to the bottom layer into the correct corner location with the correct orientation. That means turned around the right way. So what we're going to do is we're going to first of all try to find the white piece, the white color sticker on our corner pieces in the top layer, and that's going to determine what move we're going to do. So here we've got the white colored sticker on the left hand side. When we're looking at it diagonally here on the left hand side, and we know that this is the corner piece we want to put down here because this is the red and the green face. Now the red and the green face will always be red and green together like that. They can never change. So when you see the white sticker on the left hand side, you need to pat the bunny with your left hand. So the way we pat our bunny with our left hand is, remember, we put our thumb underneath and we put our fingers on top and we go pat the bunny. Now, if you missed pat the bunny at the start of the video, go back and have a look at it. We just pat the bunny with our left hand, and because the sticker was on the left hand side, the corner piece went down in the correct location. So let's have a look at it again. This is the blue and red piece. So we're going to turn around and move it on top of where the blue and the red face is. Now, the white sticker's on the left, so we're going to use our left hand to pat the bunny. And again, it just came down to the bottom in the correct location. Now, you'll notice we've got one more here. What we're going to do is we're going to move it around to the green-orange face, green-orange. Again, the white sticker's on the left-hand side, so we're going to pat the bunny with our left hand. Now, one of the things you'll notice is the white sticker isn't always on one of the sides. Sometimes it can be on the top. In order to deal with one that's on the top, we need to turn it to a space where that we haven't solved the corner yet, and we just need to give it one rotation, spin it out, and then put back what we've just done. Oh, now the white sticker's on the side. Now you'll notice the white sticker's on the right hand side this time. Given the white sticker is on the right hand side of the piece, and it's the corner piece that we want to put down here between the orange and the blue face, we're going to pat the bunny with our right hand. And you'll notice that in doing that, we've ended up with a fully built base of our castle for our bunny. Now to do it on a cube with all the pieces in, it looks something like this. Remember, this is the step after we've started our base, so we've got a white cross and the middles are all solved on each face down the bottom. And so we're going to look for a piece with white on it here, and it's the green and orange piece, so we're going to turn that to the green and orange side, and we're going to do a left hand move because it's on the left hand side. Okay, can we see any others on the top layer with white on the sides? Nope, we can't. So I'm going to do that move where in a slot that we haven't done yet, or in a corner where we haven't got it, I'm going to transfer this piece here so that the white becomes on the side by doing this move. So the piece is moved to the back there, and now it's the blue and orange piece and the orange and blue side, and the white sticker's on the right hand side, so I'm going to do a right hand pat the bunny. And now here's another one. Now I haven't solved this corner yet, so I'm going to use it to flip it so that the white becomes on the side here, and it's a white sticker on the right hand side, so I'm going to right hand pat the bunny. Now you'll notice with this one here, it's actually on the bottom layer. No worries, just turn it so it's up on the top layer, move it out of that stream, and then fix what you did before to put the base all back together. And you'll notice by doing that move, we've managed to move it so that the white sticker is now on one of the sides. This is going to be a right hand pat the bunny again, blue and red face. It's the blue and red piece, so we're going to do a right hand pat the bunny. And there we go, we're starting our bunny's castle, and he's got the bottom all built. Good stuff. So what we're going to do on the next step is build some walls for our castle. So we built the base, which was these bits, but now these edge bits are in, so the castle needs a bit of height to it. So we're going to put these pieces in. Now I've added colours to them, so this is what we're aiming for at the end of this step, but we are going to need to scramble it first in order to show you how to get it done. Okay, so we've scrambled the cube, and what we're going to do now is we're going to find one of the edge pieces that doesn't have yellow on it. Now none of our pieces really have yellow on it because I haven't added to them. But you'll see a number of the edge pieces have yellow on them on this cube. There's another one there. So you will have some with yellow, but you're looking for the ones that don't have yellow on them. So see this one here? There's no yellow on this edge piece, it's the blue-orange piece. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to slot it down into its correct side. So first of all, you need to rotate the piece around once you've identified one until it matches its middle color. So we've got it matching orange, which is good. Now, then we need to locate which direction do we want it to go. Do we want it to go here or here? Now this is the green-orange edge, but this piece is blue-orange, so we don't want it to go there. We actually want it to go to the blue-orange face. So we want it to come down here. So the first step is just using your finger up the top here, slide the piece away from the direction that you want it to put it. So if I wanted to put it here, I'd start by sliding it that way. But I want to put it down here, so it's the opposite direction. And then on the edge, you need to make sure you're doing this on the front edge, the one that you are trying to get the piece into. You start by doing a right hand move, or pat the bunny with your right hand. And then on the same slot, so that means you do a slight twist. You want to then do a left hand pat the bunny. And you'll see that magically, well not magically, using some logic, but you'll see this edge piece came in. So let's try it again. This piece doesn't have yellow on it, it's the red-blue piece. So we're going to spin it around until the centers match. Yep, that's the matching center. Now we don't want it to go to the right hand side because this is the green face and we've got the blue red piece. We want it to go this way. So because we want it to travel this direction, we're going to spin it out to the opposite way. Then on the, oh, there's a little gecko chirping there in the background. On the slot that we want it to go into, we start with, instead of a right hand move this time, we start with a left hand move. And then the right hand move to get it down. We'll do another one. We've matched it with orange. Now we don't want to replace the one that we've already put in. We want to put it down here. So it's going to go this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it out the opposite direction to what we want, where we want it to put it. And now if we push it out to the right hand side here, then we want to start with the left hand move. If we were to want to put it there and we therefore pushed it out here the opposite direction to what we wanted to start with, then we'd start with the right hand move. Okay, so that's how you determine whether you start with the left or right hand move. And if you push it out away from where you want it to go, then you start with the left hand move. If you push it out that way, then you'd start with the right hand move. So we're going to push it out this way because we want it to go here. Then we're going to start with the left hand move, the left hand pat the bunny, and then we're going to do a right hand pat the bunny, and that slotted it in. Now there's one more left. Here it is. He's already matched for us. We want it to go to the right, so we're going to push it out to the left and start with our right hand pat the bunny, and then left hand pat the bunny. And there it is. We've built the castle walls. Brilliant. Now, to do it on a cube that doesn't have some of the pieces removed, again, we've got all these yellow edges in the mix, so it's a little bit more tricky to find the pieces we're after. Here's one, no yellow on this piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to match the middle. Then we want it to go this direction, so we're going to move it out to the side there. Start with a right hand pat the bunny and a left hand pat the bunny. Here's another piece without yellow on it. We're going to match the middles. We want it to move this way, so we're going to spin it out that side. And left hand pat the bunny, right hand pat the bunny. Now, all the other pieces in the top have yellow on them. See, that's got yellow on it, that's got yellow on it, that's got yellow on it, and that's got yellow on it. The actual pieces we want are here, but they're in the wrong spot. So all we do then is we just pretend we had the right piece on this slot, and we just do a right hand pat the bunny, left hand pat the bunny. And what that did is it replaced the one that was up here with one of the ones that has yellow on it, which means that we've got up in the top layer now one of the ones without yellow on it. So we'll match the middles. We'll realize we want it to go down this way, and so we're going to push it out to the left. Start with the left hand pat the bunny, right hand pat the bunny. Sorry, we moved it out to the right then. Now we've got one more to go. Here it is here. Match the middles. We realize we want it to send out this direction, so we move it out initially to the opposite. Then we're going to start with a left hand pat the bunny, right hand pat the bunny, and we end up with a walled castle for our bunny to enjoy.